Trump gave a speech about homelessness. You ready? Here it is. It's about 2.5 minutes long. I'm going to play the whole thing.
Our once great cities have become unlivable, unsanitary nightmares, surrendered to the homeless.
No,
They surrendered to the homeless.
Our cities are nightmares. I'm just laughing at his hyperbole.
The drug addicted and the violent and dangerously deranged. We're making many suffer for the whims of a deeply unwell few, and they are unwell indeed. The homeless have no right to turn every park and sidewalk into a place for them to squat and do drugs. Americans should not have to step over piles of needles and waste as they walk down a street, a beautiful city, or at least once beautiful city, because they've changed so much over the last 10 years.
You mean while you were president?
First consideration should be the rights and safety of the hardworking, law-abiding citizens who make our society function. When I'm back in the White House, we will use
unless they lose their homes, in which case we should run them out of the city. Unsanitary.
every tool, lever, and authority to get the homeless off our streets. We want to take care of them, but they have to be off our streets. There is nothing compassionate about letting these individuals live in filth and squalor rather than getting them the help that they need. We need professionals to help them. For a small fraction of what we spend upon Ukraine, we could take care of every homeless veteran in America. Our veterans are being treated horribly.
So, by the way, you were president for 4 years. You could have taken care of the veterans that were homeless. You didn't do it.
Is this how the homeless are taking over the city with their military training as veterans? What a weird speech.
So he only seems to have compassion for if you're a veteran and who's homeless. Everybody else seems they need to be getting eliminated. But here we go.
Likewise, with all of the money we will save by ending mass unskilled migration, we will have a huge dividend to address this crisis in our own country. Under my strategy, working with states, we will ban urban camping wherever possible. Violators of these bans will be arrested, but they will be given the option to accept treatment and services if they're willing to be rehabilitated. Many of them don't want that. We'll give them the option. We will then open up large...
So what I hear him saying is that we're going to lock a lot of people up. Like as if,
wouldn't that? But Trump, wouldn't you just be rewarding them with shelter?
Yeah, you're just giving them. You're just giving them a home. Here we go.
Parcels of inexpensive land, bring in doctors, psychiatrists, social workers, and drug rehab specialists, and create tent cities where the homeless can be relocated and their problems identified.
So he's recommending we build tent cities.
So
for
camping?
the homeless people. Yeah, but just outside, but take them away from the city.
Like a reservation.
Yeah, it sounds very authoritarian camp-like stuff. We're gonna put these homeless people in re-education camps, and if they want to go, okay, but if not, we're locking them up in the gulag. Now, again, hang on, here we go.
But we'll open up our cities again, make them livable, and make them beautiful. For those who are just temporarily down on their luck, we will work to help them quickly reintegrate into a normal life. For those who have addictions, substance abuse, and common mental health problems, we will get them into treatment. And for those who are severely mentally ill and deeply disturbed, we will bring them back to mental institutions where they belong.
That's not what Reagan would do.
That's the opposite of what Reagan did. That's the opposite of
he
what
put them all there.
He took all the mentally ill people who were in institutions and kicked them out of those institutions and closed them. They defunded those institutions. You know, they say, and that was that. And so now all of a sudden, ever since Reagan, we've had an explosion of homeless people, mostly the visible homeless people, because they're mentally ill and they're drug addicted. Now, let's finish, and then I'll tell you what I really think.
All of reintegrating them back into society once they are well enough to manage. It's a tough task, a very tough task. What's taken place on the streets, what's taken place with their taking so much drugs. But the fact is, we're going to try. This strategy will be far better and also far less expensive than spending vast sums of taxpayer money to house the homeless in luxury hotels without addressing their underlying issues. And they have so many of these underlying issues and needs. This is how I will end the scourge of homelessness and make our cities clean and safe and beautiful once again. We will do it. We will bring back America. Thank you.
So there's two problems with that speech. The first one is he was already president and he had zero interest in doing anything about homelessness when he was president. So there's that problem. And number two, to think that we would be spending money on social programs here in the States, if only we weren't sending it to Ukraine, is ignoring the past 50 years of American history.
Yeah, how are we going to fight China?
So there's the two problems. It's so here I will do two. So I ripped him for his plan because it doesn't sound like much of a plan, but now I'll compliment him. He at least has a plan and it's talking about it. No one else is even talking about it. He's at least going to do something for these people. At least he claims he's going to send in doctors and social workers and people to help them. And
well, let's see if it turns out to be like his terrific health plan that, where do you see it, this health plan?
I don't think he's going to do anything. I think he's just, but at least it's now out there. And now reporters can ask other Joe Biden, what do you think about Trump's homelessness plan? What's your homelessness plan? That's what's supposed to happen now. But I bet it won't.
No, should we even be focusing on this when we have Taiwan and China?
Right, exactly. So at least he has something, right? At least he's going to do something, and he claims he's going to give people mental health in facilities if you need to be in a facility, and if you need drug treatment, he's going to give you drug treatment, and if you need, it seems like that, and then, but I bet it won't happen.
A lot.
I bet it won't happen. But again, at least he's bringing it up.
Hey, this is what I used to say when I get on this with conservative friends about, government health care. Hey, do you have a plan? Do that one.
Yeah, what's your plan?
You got a voucher? Whatever the hell it was. Why aren't you doing it?
Yeah. We're telling jokes in Nashville, Honolulu, Los Angeles, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Baltimore, Chicago, Rosemont, San Diego, and more. Go to jimmydore.com to get a link for all those tickets. Plus, you can watch my new special, COVID Lies Are Funny.